Hello boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you how to start creating your clay wall pocket using clay. First of all, you drew your two different thumbnail sketches on your sheet of paper, and then what you did was you cut out your wall pocket out of paper. You had a couple options. You could either make it wider and shorter, or you could use the tall skinny paper to make it taller and skinnier. You can see what I did here is I just cut the edge that I wanted. I designed in my sketch to have an angled top and an angled pocket, and you can visualize that when you fold it over, you have the pocket right here. We will not be taping this together because what we need is the long piece to roll it out of clay. So the next step is going to be working with a partner to roll it out of clay. Now make sure you roll up your sleeves because it will be very, very messy. You and your partner will get one clay mat. The clay mat is really important. First of all, might be kind of messy, and that's okay. Just don't wave it around because we don't want to breathe in the clay dust. When the clay dries, it turns dusty, and that's not a good thing to breathe. We have the mat because when we roll it out, we don't want it to stick to the table. If I press the clay onto the table with the mat, it peels right off. When I stick clay onto the bare table, you can see that it sticks. And it's a lot harder to get off. So we want to keep our tables clean by having the mat down and also to keep the clay from sticking. You will get a slab of clay, a chunk of clay, and you will be working with your partner to roll out your piece of clay and your partner's piece of clay. We like to have these dowels down, these wooden sticks, so that when we roll our clay, if we have the sticks underneath, the clay won't get too thin. So watch what happens. I stand up and I use my whole body to put my hands down and I start rolling. This takes a lot of muscle, and so you'll have to be patient because I'll be going around and helping you guys. We are rolling out a slab of clay, and a slab is a thin piece of clay or of anything that's an even thickness. So our goal is to get it an even thickness. Keep on rolling until, if it starts to curl up like that, you just have to roll it off. That means the clay is really, really wet. And you can just rub it back together if it starts to do that. Also, if your rolling pin gets a little bit too wet, you can see it's darker. You can rub it with your hand to dry it off. So once you roll this out, and it does take a lot of time, then you're ready to cut your piece out of clay. Now this fits pretty well. If you need some more clay in the corner, you can just peel off extra clay and patch it wherever you need to and just smooth it together. So once you get it rolled out, the thin slab rolled out, place your piece of paper on your clay and carefully cut around it. It cuts really smoothly. You'll use your wooden tool. You might remember this from last year when we made our pinch pots. We carved designs, and you'll carefully trace around it and push all the way down to the table. Then you can peel the extra clay off and roll it in a ball because we don't need this clay today. If you have extra clay on your clay mat, just press the clay ball onto it and that will make it all stick together so we can clean up nicely. What you can do then is peel off your clay and smooth out the sides of your clay pocket. What's going to happen then is you will carefully lift it off, and I will collect the extra clay. Carefully start peeling it up You don't want to stretch it too much. And what will happen is all you're going to do is just gently bend the clay and you're going to press it together. You can see that we already have a clay pocket forming. Decide how high you want the bottom to go. And then we don't want this to droop down because we want our pocket nice and big. What you need to do then is take a piece of newspaper, crumple it up, and put it inside your pocket. One piece should be just fine, so press it on there. Don't press it too hard. We don't want to put marks in our clay. And then roll it up. And because our clay is so soft, what you can do is pinch and blend the sides together. Another option is called scoring and slipping. If you have some time to do that, you can practice. All you do is you score the clay by putting marks into it. This will help the clay stick together. On the edge, you can score this top edge as well. Wherever the clay is going to touch clay. And then you can take a water cup, which you'll have to smooth your clay out, and you'll just drop little drops of water on it. Then when you go to press it down, you want to pinch the sides together and just blend that pocket together. You might have to push down a little bit to make it stick. And the other side, pinch that together. And we don't want to see any cracks, and we don't want to see any score marks either. After you're done with that, please help your partner to roll out their slab, and you can fix your pocket. And next week, we'll be smoothing everything out, making sure everything's where it needs to be, and then you will be able to add some designs onto your clay pocket, and I'll show you how to do that next week. And some of you, if you haven't finished rolling out your slab, you'll have some time to do that next week as well, because this is a big job. Have fun!